Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Carry for Devin Singletary. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play and 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down at his 49.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Right there.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Snell. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
2 yards.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. Has given me the evil eye, folks. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Andre Roberts is deep for Buffalo. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Isaiah Hodgins was his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they work this out past the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's complete to Davis. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Go, go, go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Snell on the shotgun handoff. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
44-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Allen going to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
Now Allen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give here to Snell. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
At the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
With Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for them to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Pass.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
8-yard pickup. First
There are a lot
down,
of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Eluding the pressure right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Steelers' 34.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the 2nd quarter.
The elements have definitely played a part in this game, a big part.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Bills.
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now here's Johnson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
He's brought down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And incomplete.
Allen's pass thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do give 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
First down, Steelers.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's a gain of 10.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
18-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On the handoff, it's Snell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And this one's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
To Juju Smith-Schuster.
Juju Smith-Schuster. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Bills 10, Steelers 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Get ready, get ready. Tight. He's coming, double up.
From the gun, Allen. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down, here's a run with Moss. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. 3rd down here. Now Roethlisberger. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the kicking team.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Snell yet again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Going deep for Diggs. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle, because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
They are not ready for us.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Well, I think we all know the turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the 3rd quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good, and then...
Yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick 6, and I don't know, the rest of this 2nd half shaping up to be very interesting. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is now 14-10.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
First and 10.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the gun, Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 34-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
6 brings up third and 3.
Draw play as Allen gives it to Moss. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Again on second and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now bid hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Score Bills 19. Steelers.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Third down.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Roethlisberger quickly to the flat and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Now here's Snell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, one set, check.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Nelson.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
54 Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
One final try here for Allen. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
On the counter, this is Singletary. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Made by Devin.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come out here, come get some. He don't want it.
Now Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move.
That's a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Throwing now is Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Bills on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's complete to Zach Moss out of the backfield. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
28-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Deontay Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats inbounds.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
On the tackle.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2nd and 8 coming up. Allen going to throw. Being chased out left. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hey, watch it. Watch it.
To throw again. Allen. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Joe Hayden on the cover.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
1st and 10.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Hey, here we go. Right there. 54, right there.
From the gun, it's Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, Mike.
They'll run here with Singletary. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
56, 56. Let's go, defense.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Now 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, what's up? What's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Regular. Mike 5-4. All day. Just like that. Just like that.
Now Allen. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 20-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
He'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Micah Hyde. Roethlisberger's pass intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line. Tonight's final score.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Buffalo, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.